What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today. And in today's video, we are winding back to the year 2016 and the Captain America Civil War theme to check out the set 76051 Superhero Airport Battle. Now, over the years, I've been asked, Mini Superheroes Today, which set do you think is the best LEGO Marvel set? And very often, I say this one. So in today's video, we're going to go over the whole thing and see if you agree with me by the time we get to the end. This had incredible minifigures, some great Easter eggs, and honestly, what you got for the price tag of $79.99 back in the day is just so hard to compete with today. I do think that this is one of the best LEGO Marvel sets ever. This set has 807 pieces, 7 minifigures if you count the microfig Ant-Man, and like I said, it retailed for $79.99. So let's take a look at those figures up close. So being that this is a Captain America Civil War set, it only makes sense that we start by looking at the Captain America minifigure. This is the same minifig that came with all of the Age of Ultron Captain America variations. It's a great figure, but unfortunately it is not super accurate to his Civil War suit because the Civil War suit actually got rid of those red lines near the star, but of course the LEGO figure kept it because it's the same as the Age of Ultron one. So a great minifigure, pretty desirable by today's standards, but not 100% accurate to what we actually saw in the movie. Staying with the Team Cap theme, we do have Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier now. He's got some great printing all around. I've always loved his arm printing from this variation because, you know, it's kind of got a little bit of a worn look to that star, and it really does just look fantastic. The face is also the face that LEGO used on Star-Lord around this same era, so that's kind of cool. And it's just a really great figure. Not too terribly much to say. I always wished he had leg printing, but for whatever reason, I actually think that this Bucky does okay without leg printing. Great figure. Relatively rare by today's standards, but not exclusive to this set, so not super rare. Alright, so from here on out, all of these figures are exclusive to this set, and here we have Civil War Scarlet Witch. She had this cloth piece that went around her hips to give her kind of like an elongated skirt look, but of course it's actually just a longer jacket, referencing the film. Unfortunately, buying this set used, mine does have a face that's a little bit marked up, kind of a bummer, but it gives us enough to show an example here. You can lift this hairpiece up and off, and of course flip that around, and on the back side she has angry eyes, like she's using her Scarlet Witch powers. And speaking of those Scarlet Witch powers, we have these little discs here that have a 1x1 pink stud underneath to show her using her magic abilities. So pretty awesome, and probably the better of the two Scarlet Witch minifigures that we've gotten as of this video. Here we've got Agent 13, Sharon Carter, probably the least desirable figure of this set, just because she wasn't like a huge character in the film, and, you know, that's that. But a cool figure nonetheless. She uses the modern Princess Leia head, at least at the time it was a Princess Leia head. I always thought the backside of this head kind of looked really weird, like, honestly, like duck face a little bit, but the torso is really good for customs, and nothing wrong with that. It's just a cool figure, but not one of my favorites. Here we're going tiny with the Ant-Man microfig, and you actually get two with this set. One is meant to be more of a, you know, spare piece, but it is great to get that printing on a figure so small. Let's see if we could get him closer and in focus. I guess that's about the closest we can get him and have him in focus, but it is a great figure all around, and I think it's cool that you get two of them. You know, if you wanted to sell one, I think these go for pretty decent money. Here we've got War Machine, and this is one of the most desirable War Machine minifigs just because it was so detailed. It's a really, really fantastic example of the figure in LEGO form. You can see he's got some great metallic looking print on the legs as well as the torso. They gave him these studs to stand on and all of that. He's got a stud shooter that attaches to the back, as well as this bar. You'll remember he briefly uses like a shock bar on Cap at one point. The helmet does open up, but it is super weird that they gave him Cyborg's face. Like, it looks way, way too youthful for Don Cheadle, but I really, honestly, to this day, do not know why they chose this face. But it's not like a deal breaker or anything, because, you know, you barely ever look at the face anyways by the time the helmet's down, but it is a very weird stylistic choice. And last but not least, we have Civil War Iron Man, a very desirable figure by today's standards. This is always one of my favorites. I just loved all the little blue mini arc reactors on this suit. He comes with a lightsaber blade with this disc on there to kind of make it look like he's blasting. Kind of cool, I guess, but the faceplate does open up, and we've got the standard Tony Stark head underneath, at least the head we got from, like, Avengers 1, 2, and, of course, this film. So a really cool figure all in all, but, yeah, well, that rounds out the minifigs. So let's take a look at the set now. So when it comes to the build of the set, probably the most interesting thing here is the Giant Man build. Now, I do want to say, when we talk about the build of this, I did buy this set used, so there may be a piece or two missing here and there, but for the most part, it is complete enough for us to review. So obviously, the Giant Man figure is incredible, and probably the most unique thing about this set, aside from the exclusive minifigs, but you could see that the construction is supposed to be like a giant-sized minifig. One of the other great things, too, is that the piece that they used for the hands actually allows you to fit War Machine in his hand so that you can recreate that iconic scene from the movie where Ant-Man actually grabs War Machine and keeps him from flying off. So that being said, it is an incredible figure. Something that it does that most minifigs don't is it actually has his arms that can move up and down. You can see at the shoulder joint there's a ball joint there that allows you to move this arm however you wish. The hand moves side to side, and the hand actually turns 360 as well. You can lift down the front plate here to show a smile behind Scott Lang's mask there, and then the head actually moves as well, so that's very cool. You can see when you flip around the back, the construction on the back, these kind of wing pieces that make the side are actually a little bit loose, but the legs move as well, so you could have him sit down, you could have him running, you could do some amazing things with this figure. The one downside, of course, is that all of these details are stickers, but except for the eyes. The eyes up here, that's actually a printed piece, interestingly enough, but those are all stickers. And back in the day, this was a major, major spoiler because this set came out on store shelves before the movie came out. So if you are somebody that was like following the toys and the Lego sets, unfortunately, we all had this spoiled for us back in 2016. One cool little attention to detail, too, is that the belt is blue. One of the functionalities of Ant-Man's suit is that when he goes big, his belt turns blue, and when he goes small, his belt turns red. Just something I'll tell you as a big Ant-Man fan. So that's probably the most interesting part of the build, like I said. We do have this little car here, which of course is like a luggage cart. It's a very cool build in its own right. Let's get her in focus there. You do have a sticker on both sides here. The doors open outward. I've seen some people over the years confused what these are, but these are to go in like a minifig's hand for like waving down a plane landing, you know, for like a air tarmac worker or something like that. You can see that you do have a cart that pulls along here, and when you push this piece up, it's supposed to, you know, allow all the suitcases to go flying everywhere, but we do have to also talk about the suitcases too, because they are absolutely, absolutely incredible. So right here, you can see each suitcase has its own sticker on it. So this one is a Sokovia suitcase, which of course is the town from Age of Ultron that gets absolutely leveled, so that's a cool Easter egg there. Then we also have a black suitcase going to Wakanda, again, another great Easter egg. And last but not least, we have another one here that is just kind of regular. I'm not sure what the Easter egg here is, though, although you do have that BLL, and I suspect that may be the Billund airport code, so that could be something unique too. Then, you know, we'll take a zoom out here again and look at the set as a whole so that you can just see everything here. You can see we've got a great gate back there. We'll take a closer look, but there are these boxes over here, and the functionality behind the boxes are there's a little tab on the inside here that you can push. I guess it's easier said than done. I can't get it to push, but anyways, there are all these boxes here that you're supposed to be able to fling up, and all of the boxes are Easter eggs as well. So you can see you've got the Hammer Tech logo on this box, of course being Justin Hammer. Then, let's see what else we've got here. We've got an AIM box, of course, AIM Industries, which is famous for MODOK, and in the MCU, you know, from Iron Man 3. So that's cool. And speaking of Iron Man, we also have a Stark Industries box here as well, priority mail, because, you know, Tony Stark doesn't do anything cheap. So that's very cool there. As far as those Easter egg pieces go, I really, really enjoyed that. Now, you can see we've got this airport tower here, and I do want to talk about that. So let's take a zoom out and take a closer look. So the airport tower here is really cool. You can see that we've got this gate I referenced earlier. There's a little no entry sticker there. There's supposed to be a play functionality that allows you to like make these boxes push out and, you know, go everywhere, but I guess I built it wrong or something. I'm just realizing that now. Anyways, you can see that we do have a couple different floors here. We've got a sticker on the door that says restricted area, authorized minifigures only. Kind of cool detail, you know, obviously playing into the Lego theme. For something that a lot of people may not know is a lot of Lego Marvel sets have a fire extinguisher hidden in them in some random place, and this one is no exception, so there it is there. Then we've got the top floor up here. We've got some little drawers that open. There's actually nothing in the drawers, but, you could fix that if you wanted. There's a little flight log computer here and a very cool gray keyboard. And then there's this play functionality. So you can see there's a little lever built here with a Technic pin that runs the whole way through. And the idea is, let's flip this the whole way around so you can see it. When you push this pin in, it breaks these walls out, which are built to go together like that, and those walls just sit right on those little studs there. So here we've got a little landing deck, and I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. Like, can Spider-Man land up there to fight somebody? I honestly don't know, but it does look cool. I'll give him that. And when you flip it around, there's a control tower up top. So we've got a computer over here showing where... Let me get that closer. We've got a computer in that corner showing where flights are coming in and all of that good stuff. We've got a little keypad right there, and then another for the tarmac and where all the planes are there. Then up top, we have this little spinning siren thing and a couple antennas, and it makes for a really, really fun build, and you guys know that I love play sets above all. So the fact that we got some vehicles, we got some great minifigs here, and of course we got a play set element, that really scores some brownie points for me as naming this as one of the best LEGO Marvel sets. All right, and here we have a Quinjet, which honestly, guys, I think this is the best LEGO Quinjet to date. I just love the scale. I love the build. I think it really adds a lot, especially for the value here. So on the outside, we do have a couple of stickers. We have Avengers square stickers on both sides there. We have a cool Stark Industries sticker on both sides. Let's get that in focus. And then, of course, another Avengers sticker that comes down the cockpit there. The cockpit is cool because you can fit two characters in there, which, of course, makes sense. You get Bucky in one seat and Captain America in the other, since they use this to, escape in the film. So up here, there's a little turn nozzle, and when you move that, it actually drops a stud shooter out of the bottom. So you see when we turn that, the gun comes out. Very cool. We do have some landing gears on the bottom. Lots of yellow accents on the bottom as well. We can turn this part around and open the back hatch to find that there is a rope here. So, like Bucky could be hanging off of this rope as Cap takes off and Bucky shooting the last shots. I just love that this set opens up so much play possibility, especially, compared to the movie. Not to say that this wasn't an action-packed scene in the movie, because it certainly was, but I just think it's a really, really great set as far as playability goes. The wings move on this joint, and the wings move on that joint as well, and that is the Quinjet. Alright guys, well I am dying to hear what you think. Do you agree with me that this is one of the best LEGO Marvel sets of all time? Drop a comment below and let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next video, because I know you're going to hit like and subscribe as you head out the door. If you liked what you saw and you liked what you heard, feel free to click that subscribe button for more LEGO content coming in the near future. So, thanks for tuning in to today's video, and until next time, build on.